Go for the moon. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star. Get the show on, get paid. And all that glitters is gold. Only shooting stars. Somebody once asked, could I spare some change for gas? I need to get myself away from this place. I said, yeah, what a concept. I could use a little fuel myself, and we could all use a little change. Well, the years start coming and they don't stop coming. Back to the rules and I'll hit the ground running. Did it make sense not to live for fun? Your brain gets smart, but your head gets dumb. So much to do, so much to see. So what's wrong with thinking the back streets? You'll never know if you don't go. No, you'll never shine if you don't glow. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star. Get the show on, get paid. And all that glitters is gold. Only shooting stars break the mold. And all that glitters is gold. Only shooting stars break the mold.
I don't kneel for false kings. I don't pray to your shame. I wear guilt like high fashion and call down saints by name. My altar's built of broken glass. My scriptures inked in flame. You preach control, I preach collapse, and walk it just the same. Click, clack, amen. Paint me wicked, paint me wild. I am heaven's exiled child. Veins like gold, rage divine. Dress me sacred, I
You guys can hear the audio, right?
this is my stiletto gospel. One healing fire, the other on fear. My sins are secret, my faith sincere. I don't bow down, I rise in lace. My prayers of thunder, my war is grace. This is my stiletto gospel. Echoing stilettos down cathedral floors. If I must suffer, let me suffer more. I found God in the mirror, and baby, she roared. I light candles in my corset bones. Every scar's a sacred tone. They said repent, I said reform, then roll through judgment like a storm. Burn fashion booth, I burned it down. Turn holy water into crown. Incense smokes my battle cry. This lip speaks in tongues goodbye. Can I get a hallelujah? Hallelujah. Can I get a witness, babe? We be the witnesses. Heels high, heads higher, what do we say? No kings, no rules, just slay. This is my stiletto gospel. Blessed are the bold, the glam, the vile. Holiness ain't quiet, it's got style.
This is the type of music that would have got you fucking killed, like back in the day. Like, making music like this. Well, it's truth, it's real, it's, you know, it's authentic, but shit will get you killed.
I didn't ask to be saved. I became the sermon in this church. We don't repent, we reign. Stiletto gospel. Stiletto gospel.
We beat the odds together. Glad we didn't listen. Look at what we would be missing. They say that I could. They'll never make it. But just look at us holding on.
To the gods known and unknown, Ashe. To the ancestors known and unknown, Ashe. All the praise, all the glory goes to the Most High. What's going on, guys? It's your favorite Cosmic Warrior, back at you with another galactic transmission. Let's get a prayer in, then we'll tap into the energy. Spirit, thank you for coming through. Thank you for guiding and protecting this message. Thank you for removing any negative energy from the area. Thank you for allowing this message to get to any and everyone it's intended to. And so it is. And so it is. The lack of funding. The funding was coming from false ways. The funding was coming from, well, fucked up ways. Lack of funding. It's like lack of energy, lack of support. You know what it's given though? It's like the skeleton in the closet. It's the things that were done to prevent you from, well, you know, seeing the sunshine on another day. You know, they want to keep you in the rainy clouds. But you know, this too shall pass. You know, just as that's probably what you told yourself to get through it. You know, that should bring them some, you know, some reassurance when they're going through the shitstorm that they created for themselves. It's okay, because this too shall pass. It won't last forever. Maybe just this lifetime, but no, it all passes, right? Oh man. Oof. It's like being forced to stop. It's being forced to stop. It's being forced to change your mentality. It's being forced to learn the fucking lesson. After failing so many times, it's like it's you have to fucking get it. You have to fucking get it. It's knowing better and continually choosing not to do better. When we know better, better is expected of us. You know, ignorance is bliss. And when you're ignorant, you get a pass. But when you know better, there's no fucking passes. There's no passes. That's for somebody. What's going on, guys? How you guys doing? Amazing. It's the start of my Friday. Woo! How's the audio on this mic? I didn't like how the audio sounded on the last video. Wait, how did I do that? How did I get it to flip like that? Did it do it automatically? Thank you. Alright, nice and clear. Okay, good. I ended up taking my old mic and the new one and combining them together to get it to work. I eliminated this piece that it came with. I don't know the way I probably just have to fuck around with it a little bit more, but I didn't like how it sounded on the last video. Hey, thank you. You know, compliments. Sometimes, you know, one thing I struggled with was accepting compliments, right? It's like truly accepting them. It's like, when you get them and it's like, yeah, thanks, or well, actually no, a lot of times you kind of, well, not you, I would kind of like block it, like energetically with my words. It's like people are trying to think of it like people are trying to give you their energy when they're giving you that, right? But then you say, no, I don't need it. No, we need to start accepting it. It's just fully accepting it. And just fully accepting ourselves. But that's something I struggled with for a while. But it's, ignorance is bliss. When you don't know better, you don't know better. But once you're aware of it, you better start fucking changing your ways. And not to say we're perfect, like we're gonna slip up, but then we catch ourselves and we correct it. But it all starts with bringing awareness to it. That all starts with awareness. Everything. It all starts with awareness. A lot of the problems we have, we don't even realize that it's a problem. That's the biggest problem. Shit.
For them just stay the same. So don't even bother asking if you look okay. You know I'll say there's not a thing that I would change. 'Cause you're amazing, just the way you are. And when you smile, the whole world stops and stares for a while. 'Cause girl, you're amazing, just the way you are. The way you are. The way you are. Girl, you're amazing, just the way
You know, I bring that up, and what I'm reminded of is ways that we sometimes block our blessings, right? Our blessings. And one thing I'm reminded of is, there's a reason why we don't, we keep things to ourselves and we don't tell other people about it, because, people get jealous and then people try to sabotage you, right? And sometimes it's just by throwing negative mindsets in your mind, right? It's deceivers. They're throwing falsehood, lies, deceit, false programming into your mind, trying to corrupt your programming, right? And especially if you're in a positive state, they're going to try to bring you down, switch it out of it, right? If you're about to walk into a blessing, they're going to try to talk you into walking out of it, which is what I did. But it's like, I don't hold it against myself. It's a learning lesson, and I fucking learned. I learned, right? I'm not happy about it, but I learned it. And for that, I give thanks. Only for that, right? But it was when I was raising my vibration, and I was really, I was on point. And my manifestations were just, I didn't even know, but I was just straight up just flowing with the universe, right? And just everything was lining up like perfectly. It was literally like just everything was this synchronized so perfectly. It's like once you take those divinely orchestrated actions that you're being led to do, that you keep pushing off, you never know, they could be the final step that you need. And then it's like you make those steps and then just watch what changes in your reality. Watch what enters. Watch the differences. But I ironically enough, it was, the person that told me I was a light worker that noticed it in me, that was like, I didn't realize, but he was bragging about about graduating these classes and going, overseas and studying and this and that. But I never asked questions about what we were studying or about, you know what I mean? But I didn't really even realize that. I guess I was in a competition with him, but it was a one-sided competition, because I wasn't in competition with him. I was in competition with myself. But this motherfucker, right? I'm telling him, so he told me I was a light worker, and, oh no, he told me he thought he was, but this is the first time I ever heard the term light worker, right? I had never heard of it before. And then, that was that, and then I still had more healing, and then I went through my awakening, right? And then, my whole reality and things that were coming to my reality were just completely different. But one of the manifestations that came in, I think, who's to say what would happen? I don't know, but someone hit me up on this, someone that I was sharing their content with, right? They were posting some good stuff, so I shared it. I would share his stuff, and then he ended up looking at my page and then sending me a private message. And I guess he had some sort of wellness center or something out west, and offered me a position to come work work with them, right? And I was debating it, and you know, I shared it with someone else, and you know, they got it in my mind that, you know, I was being deceived, and it was the deceiver deceiving me to be deceived out of my blessings, and it worked that time. But you know, I hit something, I messaged back, and that doesn't even matter. It's especially when you're co-creating and, you know, nothing's established yet. It's, you know, really important to watch who you open up to, who you share stuff with, because you know, you never know who's in competition, in a secret competition with you. You know, but the fucked up thing about secret competitions is you're never gonna win. You might think you did temporarily, but it's I'm not in competition with you. Overall, I'm gonna win. You know, it's a temporary setback, but no, it's not even. It's pulling me back to shoot me up farther. It's, you know, it's no, and it's never gonna end up how they think it will. Never. But that was something that came to my mind, so I wanted to share it. You know, won't be a victim. You know, I was homeless for like a year. Like after, like not long. It was not long after I turned that down, and then shit really whatever, and then I left, right? But then I was homeless off and on pretty much the most part for over the last year and a half. And then you know, of course I think, you know, how I could have blocked my blessing and where I would have been then, and how I could have avoided, you know what I mean? But those are the things I think about, but I don't get stuck in there. I replace it with a positive thought. I focus on the lesson that I learned. I focus on, you know, I wasn't ready at that time, which is obviously if I made that choice, that there was something that I still needed to correct. There was something I still needed to get right? And I still had to be able to see better, and with this eye, not with these ones. But it was a lesson, and I learned my lessons, right? But I don't hold it against myself. I learn from it. I study it to learn from it. I don't study it to sit in remorse, because that's a bond, that's a chain that I don't have, because it's not mine to carry. Fuck that shit. But yeah.
Then walk around in a floating chalk outline.
Did I already shuffle these?
But so it goes, let it be. In the gallows, a balanced on my toes so I can breathe. But little by little, bit by bit, I push it back down with a new habit. If not for long, just for a while, or bury myself with a great big smile. Oh my mind, oh my mind, we trace ourselves in these chalk outlines. Oh my mind, oh my mind, erase ourselves in these chalk outlines.
Suddenly, as if a ceremony. Don't cry, 'cause there's a pill for everything. Take this one, wash it down and you'll be fine. The feeling goes and you draw a chalk outline.
And so it goes, let it be. In the gallows, I balance on my toes so I can breathe. But little by little, bit by bit, I push it back down with a new habit. If not for long, just for a while, I'll
Hey, thank
bury
you.
myself with a great big smile. Oh my mind, oh my mind, we trace ourselves in these chalk outlines. Oh my mind, oh my mind, erase ourselves. It's such a perfect day. Take it just in case, take it just in case. I'm scared
you know, when I think about that too, is, you know, I sit back and reflect on that, and I think about how I might have, you know, blocked my blessing, right? You know, but then I recognize and I correct course, right? And it's like I recognize the ways that I was deceived. But then it's also, you know, it's funny because people judge with these eyes, and before they even ask questions too. You know, people would judge me non-stop. The funny part is people wouldn't even really notice that I was homeless for the last year and a half, really, if I'd never told anyone, right? But I walked away from a 5-bedroom house. I walked away from it, right? But it's like people assume, you know, it's like, you know, when I walked away from the apartment, people assumed, you know, I lost it because of drugs. People assume. But I don't give a fuck what people assume. People are always going to assume. Let them assume. Let them assume. You know, the ones that want to know the truth, they're going to ask you. The ones that don't fucking matter. Or they shouldn't. You know, we put too much value on other people's opinions instead of ours. You know, we worry too much about what other people are going to think instead of staying true to ourselves. As long as we're true to ourselves, we're never in the wrong. We're never at fault. As long as we act out of a place of love. Walking away comes out of a place of love. Well, that's the proper way to walk away. Despite whatever led to it, we always leave with love. We also lead with love. But we don't forget that we carry our motherfucking sword with us either.
He knows my mind and my spirit, and he knows my soul. He created the moon, the stars and the sun. The Jaja arise, the wicked men have to run. Rasta man, I want them to keep the fun. But I do some places in my song. And when I stop, you never leave me alone.
It's too many.
Leave me alone. And when the enemies are come, you never leave me alone. Trying to put my life in misery. I know he's sitting on the throne. You never leave me alone.
Alright then, just sit up on the throne, Jah never leave I alone. Just keep it eyes and I his loving I can't deny. No, my Father is the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the Lion of Judah. No, I'm surrounded by the wicked man, they cannot prosper. Put on my armor, walk on my boots, cause I'm a true soldier. The Gideon, rough rapper, I'm the pushover. I trust in the Most High King, just listen the words me sing. Pastor woman, give you good tidings. Don't anything but fight me.
They're offended with the way that you listen to the Most High. They're offended with the way that you follow your instructions. They're offended with the way that you act even when you don't understand, that you just follow what you're being led to do. They're offended by that. Because it's always going to leave them stuck with whatever they're trying to stick you with. It's always going to leave them 10 steps behind you. It's always going to leave them behind you. Keep offending them.
Left me touching all the truth and rights, roots and culture me the pan. Put them slackness on the ground, go spread it on the streets, on the cities and towns. Afraid of their conscience, there is no time to lose. Cause when the day will come, there will be no excuse. Rasta man, I want them take it.
One day will come where there will be no excuse. There's no excuse to not spring forward. There's no excuse not to make it water under the bridge. There's no excuse to drop the fucking bonds that don't deserve to be held on you. There comes a point. There comes a point. It's like you sprang out of their grasp. But it's not just that you spring forward out of their grasp, but you're also springing to life, which is what they're seeing with these flying monkeys, which is part of why they're offended. But it's also they're lusting after your growth. You know, the funny part is people are going to be jealous of your power. But little do they know how much, you know, fucked up shit you had to go through to gain that power, that strength. You know, people wish for things. Little do they know what's required to achieve it. Little do they know what they're actually asking for. Then they get exactly what they asked for. They don't like it. Stop. Yeah. Be careful what you wish for.
Give me my medicine. I've got sativa fever and it's burning up my head again. Ooh, give me that G-Pen. 'Cause I've been prescribed to vaporize and hold it in.
You know what, it's head down. You know what it's given, that you were just head down, going to work. It's given, you know, just working on yourself, breaking the chains, breaking the generational curses, right? But it's like you were weakening them all up. It's like you're surrounded by chains, so you're slowly working away at all of them. Little here, little there, little there. You're weak. Little do you know, hey. Little do they know, little do they know, little does anyone know how close you are to breaking. It's like one final fucking smash and they're all the fucking chains. All the chains broke free. But August, it's given, you know, a Phoenix, you know, it's, they saw you in the fire, but they didn't realize what you were doing in the fire. You weren't laying down submissive. You weren't laying down, you know, rolling over. Fuck no, you were putting in the work. Putting in the work to flip the tables. Flipping the tables to take back what's yours. What was always yours. What always would be yours. What would never be theirs.
Give me my medicine.
Hey, thank you.
And it's burning up my head again. Ooh, give me that G-Pen. 'Cause I've been prescribed to vaporize and hold it
You Joe, hold it to get in, trigger them. It's like they can't even contain it, how triggered they are anymore. They can't even contain it anymore. Yo, life is full of the ups and downs, the chaos, right? You know, but it's the understanding that this too shall pass. It's, will you fucking go down already? That's what you get for getting that cheap ass phone. No, but it's the momentum, right? Well, it takes a long time to go up. It takes a lot more time to go up, right? But what goes up must come down, right? Hey, thank you. But it's, you know, but it's also given like the pressure. It's given that like the chaos. They thought they would just pile so much chaos on you. It's just gonna, you know, weigh you down so much that it just buries you. But it's like, no, it's in the weight, it's in the pressure that the diamond is forged, right? It's well, the weapon. It's you know what I mean. That's when you become a true threat. You know what I mean? When you learn to alchemize it, when you learn to take all the chaos and to take what's meant to break you and to alchemize it and to use it to propel you forward. It's true alchemy. You know, but when you're doing that, when you're not holding on to what they're trying to send to you, it has to go somewhere. They thought that they thought that you needed your protection, but now, no. Now they're in need of protection. The store's all out of condoms. They should have pulled out sooner.
With your back full of tricks, me no fuck the last. Don't you know that place can't stand the light? They just can't win no matter how they try.
them a try pose like a criminal. Them buckle man a fight is so spiritual. They want me see the youths with subliminal. That's why we got to stand up and fight, yeah. In this life, yes, full of ups and downs. People on the mouth will try to hold you down. In this life, yes, full of ups and downs, boy. Now listen to the words that they utter, they just making sounds, Lord.
So I sit here in my hope. I hope the Lord can come save my soul. 'Cause I'm a sinner to my core. I ask forgiveness and nothing more. Darkness surrounds me and I can't see all of the demons.
You know what it's given? It's given that everyone can see them now. It's like these people, like, they got a dark cloud around them. It's just, it's like their soul is, as within, so without. It's their soul is really showing, but it's also when you're in alignment, you can almost like reverse age, and it's like your glow, right? But also the opposite, when you work for the opposite, what do you think happens? What do you think happens when you forget who's in control? It's given the, attempted red rum, attacking character on someone it's given that's in service for the Most High. The fuck are you gonna attack? It's probably like, well, what are you gonna attack? The 10 years ago character them? Like, the fuck are you gonna attack? It's all you have is past versions to talk about. Because probably you don't even know the new versions. You probably haven't known the new versions in probably 10 fucking shades ago. Because these people are still stuck in their fuck mentality. Fuck mentality. Big ass fucking egos.
Nothing more. I ask forgiveness and nothing.
You know what that's given? That's given like their bank accounts are frozen, like the spiritual accounts. Well, the stolen inheritance, it's a spiritual inheritance they were trying to steal. But it's like they're still trying. They're still trying. Oh man. It's like they can feel the noose getting tighter and tighter, yet they're still fighting. They're still fighting, but it's, your best friends. You became best friends with yourself. You became best friends with your spirit team. Well, it's giving gang ties, but not soul ties, right?
It's really good to
You know, hard to be faithful. It's the dedication you put into yourself. It's the dedication you put into speaking life into yourself. It's the dedication you put into your growth, you know, into breaking free, into raising your consciousness. It's like they're watching you for guidance. They're watching you to learn, but they also want to stop you too. They want to stop you too. Stalking, flying monkeys, spying hard. You know, but broke free, saying my name, it just sounds so sweet. It's like, it's given like, you know, it's the verbal venom, the word magic, right? The black magic, the verbal venom that comes out of the mouths, trying to, you know, it's like emotional manipulation. But the lips of an angel, the faithfulness, it's given the way that you speak life not only into yourself but into others. All they have left of your voice is an echo bouncing around the walls and the coffin that they nailed shut on themselves. That's for somebody. How you guys doing? Hey, what's up, doggy? The title gifter, thank you. This is a good song too. This is Atlas, right? Yeah. This is Oh No by Atlas. It's a funny song. I like it. I don't really move like that. Tonight we love your company, and tomorrow may never call you back. And I just like to have my fun, yeah. Keep it simple, no strings attached. We could go out for food and drinks, that's it. I'm fine with that. I could go home, get in my jammies. Already told you, can't be my family. So quit asking, don't need my address. Don't get on Facebook thinking you could change my status. Oh, I don't know if I've mentioned it, but I have confirmation. my Spotify playlist. It should be linked in my link tree in my profile now. So if anyone wants to check that out and let me know if it works, it's Ascension Vibes. I think that's what I called it. But if you touch me while I'm sleeping, it's a no, oh no. I don't really like body heat. You can miss me with that. If you don't like to sleep with a fan, hey, what's up, Golden? You will, that's too bad. And I don't like to see Hey, thanks for the follow.
That's a fact. And if you got a problem with it, you could always Uber back to the car where you could head home. So I can sleep here, comfy and alone. So quit asking, yeah, this is madness. Don't get on one knee thinking you could change my last name. I'll take my beer, I'll take my Netflix. Don't need you cooking, I'll make my own breakfast. Probably get Postmates, I'm kinda lazy. I wouldn't take you even if you pay me. I'll take my beer, I'll take my whiskey. You could kiss me, but I'll do it like you miss me. And when the sun's down, I'm good to cuddle. But if you touch me while I'm sleeping, it's a no-no, oh no. Before the story begins, is it such a sin for me to take what's mine until the end of time?
You know what's interesting about that? Respect your elders. You know, this is my Ascended MasterCard, right? You know, before the end of time or whatever he was saying, you know, it's given like beginning of time. You know, you've been around for a while. You've been around for a while. You know what that's giving too with the court system? It's giving, you know, there's like a, you know, Justice League kind of for the Most High, right? It's, you know, we observe, and, you know, I don't want to say cast judgment, but we relay information back to the Most High. And then that information goes up into spiritual court. Sometimes it takes activators. It takes people to, you know, people with positions of spiritual authority. You know, but we signed up for these missions. We signed up for these crazy ass fucking missions. We signed up for these crazy missions to put these stupid motherfucking cults and groups and little boys and girls fucking clubs that have been fucking everyone over. Put an end to it. Bring back peace to this realm.
And a word to the wise when the fire dies. You think it's over, but it's just begun. Baby, don't cry. 'Cause you have my heart, at least for the most part. 'Cause everybody's gotta die sometime. We fell apart. Let's make a new start. 'Cause everybody's gotta die sometime. Yeah, yeah. But baby, don't cry. Possibilities I never considered.
You know what that's giving? You know what that was given right there? That's giving, you know, with the court system, you know, to ascend, your heart has to go on the scales. And your heart has to be lighter than a feather. It's your words, it's your thoughts, it's your intentions, it's your actions. Everything has to be all out of alignment and all out of a place of love, right? People won't understand how you can do certain actions and still be in alignment. It's because I didn't break any universal laws. I didn't break any spiritual laws. And you know what I mean? It's just so much. There's so much. The slightest variation can throw it off, can throw the scales off. And, you know, but that's why every action, every thought has to be, our intentions have to be pure. Our intentions have to be out of a place of love. You know, that's the only way to ascend. That's the only way, to, you know, for your heart to come back lighter than a feather. You know, alignment, full alignment, first eye on the Most High. You know, it's given. It's not your first. It's not your first. You know, time here. Not your first many times here, because it's never just one. It's never just one. I'm pretty sure it's every time we come back, it's multiple. It's multiple. This is by far one of the funnest, right?
At least for the most part. 'Cause everybody's gotta die sometime. We fell apart. Let's make a new start. 'Cause everybody's gotta die sometime. Yeah, yeah. My baby, don't cry.
Don't cry. You know what that's given? You know what that's given? It's given for the night is dark and full of terror. For the night is dark and full of terror. It's not good for somebody.
I will suffer for so long. Turning it all to you. I'll do whatever you want me to do. If it's not enough, try again and again, over and over.
Try again over and over again. Try again over and over again. It's the hidden secrets are being exposed. Incoming communication. Hidden secrets are being exposed. Every time they try to lie about something, the truth comes out. Every time they try to lie about something, it's like the burners get turned up on her, on this bitch. Oof. It's just on energy. Could be someone that you look to as an aunt. But it's like every lie, there's no looking back. So it's like you're committed to every lie. You're being forced, you're attached. She's attached to every single lie. It's hear no evil. It's almost like she can't even hear the bullshit that comes out of her fucking mouth. That she's just sitting there spewing out fucking shit, verbal venom. The higher knowledge upside down. There's no knowledge. There's not even common sense involved in her, lies right at this point.
Tell my mind it's just begun. But baby, don't cry. You had my heart, at least for the most part. 'Cause everybody's gotta die sometime. We fell apart. Let's make a new start. Everybody's gotta die sometime, yeah, yeah. My baby, don't cry.
Life insurance scam. Everyone has to die sometime. There's plenty of times when I felt like I should have died. I have no explanation to why I wasn't, And the only explanation I had was I always had a feeling that my mission wasn't complete. That's the only explanation I had. I firmly believed, for the longest time that some of us were just here until our mission's complete. There's a belief that if we do whatever, that we'll have an option to come back and finish something, and in which case you shift to a different timeline or something like that. I don't know. There's whole lots of beliefs. All I know is I don't know much, but I know something. I know something. It's the lies. It's the life insurance scam. Stay paid vacation. That could be spiritual. It could be in the physical. But it's like no matter where it is, you always know what's going on. whether people are trying to do things energetically or in the physical. It's just you're able to see through it. You're able to see the full, clear picture. A Tater Thought crew. It's the Have Fun crew. Here for, a fun time, not a long time. They're here for a fun time, not a long time. But guess what? It's given that they're going to be stuck there. Health concern, spiritual journey. It's given it's the end of that ride, and now well, when you refuse to correct your behavior so many times, you get forced to. It's as simple as that. And that's for somebody.
I'm so fed up with my thoughts on you and your memory. Now every song reminds me of what used to be. That's the reason I'm so sick of love songs, so tired of tears, so done with wishing you are still here. Said I'm so sick of love songs, so sad and slow. So why can't I turn off the radio?
The funny part too? The funny part when people project. It's like, I've been in multiple motorcycle accidents, right? And some of them completely unexplainable. Who knows? But, people's reaction, projecting their fears. I bet you're never going to ride one again. It's like, the fuck? I can't wait for this knee to heal so I can go ride one. The fuck are you talking about? We're not built the same. Shit. We're not built the same. Different, cut from a different fucking cloth. Setting the world on fire. What kept peeking out was new patterns. New patterns, setting the world on fire. It's not setting the matrix on fire, which looks like setting your world on fire sometimes too. But that's when you're looking through these eyes, you know. But when you're looking for these eyes, you're not able to see. What are you doing? You're starting a prison riot. Your soul's having a prison riot. You're breaking out. You're about to free yourself. You faith around. You're about to find the fuck out. The white collar, you know. But it's the hard work, the transition to the easier times. It's the working smarter, not harder. But it's also, you know, when you set your, you know, freeing yourself from, you know, soul free. You free your mind, you free your soul, right? When you free yourself from prison, it's you have a new lease on life. You know what I mean? But then you're normally following your purpose after that, because it led to this point, right? And then so after that you stay in alignment. Setting the world on fire though. Sometimes it's gonna seem like everything's crashing down. You know what I mean? And it's gonna make you want to go back. It's gonna everything's gonna make you want to quit. You know, your mind's going to play tricks on you. It's everything. Everything's going to seem against you. But that's how you know you're close. That's how you know you shouldn't turn back. That's how you know you should stand 10 toes down. Dig in. Maintain course.
You can do much better than me. I can all the lies that I made you believe. Guilt kicks in when I start to see.
Guilt kicks in. When the guilt kicks in. When the guilt kicks in, they're going to reach out for help. Keyword being pretending to feel bad for what they did. They don't feel bad. They haven't formed any new thought patterns. You did, and the new pattern brought you away from them. Brought you away from the toxicity. Brought you in, alignment with peace. Brought you more in alignment with your spirit team. And it's given your spirit team could have guided you away from them. It's like you could have realized that, they know that you deserve better than what they did, better than what they treated you or whatever. Well, it's given their actions landing them at least in spiritual prison.
If there's one memory I don't want to lose, that time at the mall, me in the dressing room. I told myself I won't miss you, but I remember what it feels like beside you. I really miss your hair in my face, and the way your innocence tastes. And I think you should know this. You deserve much better than me. The better life is getting colder. Wish I never would have said it's over, and I can't pretend. I won't think about you when
It's given a lot of regret. It's given not realizing what you have until it's too late, right? It's given, it's like someone that's, it's like they were trying to dim your light and try to take some of it themselves, the childish actions. But the spiritual awakening, they want to use your trials, your tribulations. They want to use the things that you have to overcome for your own awakening and try to use it for their own. You know, they want to try to take your luck. But it's not luck. It's not luck. It's changing the game and working on yourself. That's the best bet you could ever place, is on yourself. Of course, this would come out right now. It's not Return of the Mac. It's Return of the Gods. It's given Return of the Ascended Masters. It's given, you know, we're back, bitches. But it's like, of course you can find balance and harmony. It's, you know, you signed up for these tough tests because your soul is battle-born. It's, you know what I mean? You're not a noob. You're not a noob. It's the slums. What slums? They want to keep you in the slums? No, that's probably where you, well, I wouldn't say thrive, but it's where your alchemy thrives. It's where you know what I mean? You really can show what you've learned throughout the lifetimes. It's like, no, what would have set them back and set them, you know, it's slumping along. It's slugging along. It's like, no. Remove the slum and what's left? Lord. It's like, you keep the slum, I'll just take the Lord. I'll just take the Lord. But it's alignment. It's alignment. First eye on the Most High. It's the God. It's knowing the God in you. We're all a piece of God. The great I am. It's, you know, we're all gods. We're all generators, operators, destroyers. You know, but what are we putting ourselves? Sometimes it's self-imprisonment. Because it's, oh, well, it kind of always is, though. With the understanding that a lot of it is just, we have no control over what happens to us, but we control how we react to it. You know, by not learning our lessons, by not even seeking to learn the lessons, by not even searching what the lesson was, you know, the prison door could be open, but we're sitting there looking at the fucking wall, not realizing that the motherfucking door is open. Because we don't take the time to look around. You know, you're only truly in the prison when you don't look around. When you're looking around, that's it's formed the new patterns. It's, you know what I mean? All right, you're looking at a wall, right? Then I look over there. Yep, another wall. Yep, another wall. Oh, hey, an open fucking door. You know, who would have thunk? But we'll never know if we don't explore. Know thyself. Know thy options. Know thy prisons. Know thy self-imposed prisons. And if it's not working, try something new. It's a slight variations, it's slight tweaks sometimes. It's just a slight little adjustment. Sometimes it's big ones. I don't know, you know. But it's worth trying. If you're stuck, try something new. Try the craziest thing you could think of. That might be exactly what you fucking need. Shut up your mouth and just do it.
And I the weak in many silence. no bad mind talking. Sing bam body bam bam bam. If you don't hear and keep on shining. Sing bam body bam body bam.
You know, keep on shining, diamond in the rough. You know, it's attracting miracles, it's attracting miracles. You know, it's your consciousness. It makes you attractive. It makes, well, attracted to the thieves because you're shiny. You know what I'm getting? I'm getting like, well, they were trying to throw you off of balance and harmony, right? But energy is like a true currency, right? So it's given like it's given like a money bank, right? And they were trying to rob the money bank, which is your energy, which is your knowledge, which is you, right? It's your bank, and they have their own, but they want to go rob yours, and it's like they do it, and all they're left with is like it's fake money. You know what I mean? All they're left with is fake money. They can't even use it. They can't spend it, and it all leads back to them. It all leads back to them. It's not theirs. It's counterfeit. But it's also getting counterfeit. It's you're the diamond in the rough, but it's like they're fool's gold. Not everything that shines is a diamond.
Too much demons and vampires in our town, yeah, we turn them and down. So we call upon the warriors, call upon the real ones. We don't fear the struggle or resistance. Together we rise up, keep your head and eyes up, and wait for the chorus to come up. If you don't hear no bad mind talking, sing bam body bam bam bam. If you don't hear and keep on shining, sing bam body bam body bam. If you don't hear no bad mind talking, sing bam body bam bam bam. Let's take it higher and turn to fire.
Machiavellian is Illuminati, all through your body. The blows like a 12-gauge shot feel me? And God said he should send his one begotten son to lead the wild into the ways of men. Follow me. Flesh of my flesh, come with me. Hail Mary, run quick, see what do we have here now?
What do we have here now? What do we have here now? It's like, shh, the starseed is sleeping. The starseed is sleeping. Ooh, you don't want to wake them. Ooh, it doesn't get good for them when they get woken up. Ooh. But it's not baby cries. It's like thunder and lightning. It's the wrath of the gods. It's the wrath of the Most High. Faith around and find out. Touch not my anointed. Do my prophets no harm. Sorry, not sorry.
What do we have here now? Penitentiaries packed with promised papers. Never realized the precious time that bitch niggas is wasting. Institutionalized, I live my life on product, made me crumble. I'm too hard for a smile, we're too crazy to be humble. We ballin', catch me father, please, cause I'm callin'. In the liquor store, that's the Hennessy out here calling. Can I get some more? Hell till I reach there, I ain't scared. Mama checking in my bedroom, I ain't there. I got a head with no screws in it. What can I do? One life to live, but I got nothing to lose. Just me and you on a one-way trip to prison, selling drugs. We all wrapped up in this living like the studs. To my homeboys and Click Max, doing they did. Raise hell to this real shit and feel this when they turn out the lights. I'm there in the dark, the love eternal through my heart. Now Hail Mary, nigga, come with me. Hail Mary, nigga, run quick, see what do we have here now? Do you wanna ride or die? La da 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 da. Come with me. Hail Mary, nigga, run quick, see what do we have here now?
an APB on Thug Family. You know, it's healing, starseed. You know, it's the black magic. You know, it's the fucked up reptilian agenda. You know, it's the Pharisees and Sadducees. It's the ones that killed Yeshua. It's, you know, what was he? It was a spiritual gangster. You know, he was speaking truths. You know, he was exposing the bullshit. And what they do? You know, he was teaching people how to heal, for those with the eyes to see and the ears to hear. But then, you know, we took his teachings, we took his lessons, and we distorted them. And now we provide false hope, false healing. It's like you could have predicted the healing. You could have predicted. You made some predictions that has them shook. You could have predicted, you know, the way that you would be able to find alignment, balance, harmony. It's given that, like, the type of people that every time you know, you're going through some shit and you're just brainstorming on how to get yourself out of it, right? And every idea that you come up with, like, hey, this should work, right? They're sitting right there shooting it down. Even if it's a great idea, they're just shooting it down. But it's like they know that every idea you have is a good one. It's like you always seem to know, even without, you know, a compass. You trust your internal compass, though. That's how you always find your way. You don't look through these eyes, you look through this eye. That's how you find your way. And well, it gives you that confidence that you need. You know, when you're staying on the lines, you know, you're gonna get glimpse of the future. You know what I mean? You're gonna get glimpse of where you're supposed to be. You're going to get a glimpse of what you need to do. But it's like inspiring them to take action to becoming the people that they want to become. It's the small steps that we take today. You know, it's the small fires that we put out. It's the demons that we slay. It's the actions that we take today for the person that we're going to be tomorrow. It all starts today. It doesn't just happen overnight with no fucking work.
Two shots in the dark now, Huey's dead. I got love for my brother, but we can never go nowhere unless we share with each other. We gotta start making changes. Learn to see me as your brothers that are two distant strangers. And that's how it's supposed to be. How can they brother like a brother and be close to me? I gotta go back to when we raised kids and things change. That's the way it is. Come on.
That's just the way it is. Things will never be the same. That's just the way it is. Oh yeah. Oh, come on. That's just the way it is. Things will never be the same. Oh, yeah. That's just the way it is. Oh yeah.
Things will never be the same. That's just the way it is. I see no changes. It's, you know, it's... We know when people haven't changed. We know when people haven't done anything to change their actions. And so we know when people... We know family not family, friend not friend. It doesn't matter. If you have poor behavior, if you have poor character, if you have whatever it is that I don't allow into my life, it doesn't matter, family or friend. If I don't condone it, if I don't surround myself with it, I don't give a fuck who you are, friend or family, I don't do it. You know, there's one thing that I learned from this guy. Funny how he comes up again. Cheddar Bob. He's the one that told me, you know, that first told me that I was a light worker and, you know, talked me out of blocking my blessing, right? But one thing that he said, you know, he was trying to condone, you know, he's still fucking, you know, at that time he was, you know, day drinking and partying and drugs and this and that and bringing it into my house, like, right? And I'm not doing any of that shit. I'll be up in my room studying and this and that, and he wants to come up and try to, you know, bring a bottle up or on the phone with some fucking whore or whatever. I don't give a fuck about any of this fucking shit. Right, and then when I'm going to kick him out, he's like crying, and then he's trying to play on my emotions and trying to hug me and playing all this emotional manipulation bullshit, and then talking about, you know, his teacher and showing me pictures of him in Mecca and, oh, you need to come and meet him, and I have no idea what the fuck was actually going on with that whole shit. Like, who knows? But he was really pressing me to meet this dude. He was really pressing me to meet him. I don't know what was going on. I don't know what this dude studied for 3 years. I don't know what kind of shit this guy was into. All I know is it's not of the light. That's all I know. But he's trying to condone his actions, right? But he told me this one story about this guy that he showed me a picture of in Mecca, right? No idea who he is, right? Some sort of teacher, whatever he is, I don't know. But he had a dinner, right, with a whole bunch of guests. And I guess his son was being disrespectful or something like that. And he ended up kicking his son out of the dinner or something along those lines. But the one thing that stuck out to me was he said that the guy said, I refuse to go to hell for my son. And I took that, and that's one thing I still hold. It's, I refuse to do anything to jeopardize my energy, to jeopardize my morals. Well, I've always never done anything to jeopardize my morals or standards because other people really, but it's more my energy. You know, I don't allow those type of people in my energy. Now, I'm not going to judge you for whatever, for your lack of forming new thought patterns, for your lack of whatever it is. I'm not going to judge you for it. You know, I am. That's why I'm not allowing you into my circle. But at the same time, I'm not holding judgment against you. I'm releasing you with love. Even this fuckhead. But it's... Yeah, but it's like he said, I won't go to hell for my son. But even though by heaven and hell, it's a mindset. We're here right now. Where are you right now? I'm in heaven. Where are you? I was in heaven while I was still homeless. Where were you? Where are you right now? It's a mindset. But it doesn't matter. Family, friends, you're on some fuck shit, you're on some fuck shit. You know, there's a big difference between... I'm going to tell you another story about someone that came back into my reality, right? So someone I went to high school with. And then after my, awakening, he circled back in my life. I didn't even know we were friends on Facebook, to be honest. And then he started sending me messages. But listen to what these people do, though. So there's a difference between someone that will learn, someone that's open-minded and thinks for themselves, and there's someone else that's just brain-dead, brainless, that doesn't think for themselves, doesn't, you know what I mean? But everything I would post, this dude would get on my fucking shit, like questioning it. And it's like, for a while, I used my energy to try to correct him. It's like, oh, you know, Father forgive him for he does not know. Like, let me try to show you, brother, right? But this dude doesn't want to fucking see. He doesn't want to fucking see. He likes them. He's got so many different color blinders, and he loves them all. Right? But every single post I would make, this dude would hop on my shit. Right? And then, like, I even met him after months of this, right? I don't think it was that bad. I don't know. But we met up, right? I didn't realize he was a Mason. I didn't realize he was in a little boys club. I didn't realize any of this shit. Right? Didn't know any of that shit. And also, but it's like, what were you trying to gain? Because he obviously knows more than he was leading on. And for someone, you know who you don't trust? Someone that doesn't believe in any conspiracy theories. If you don't believe in not even one single conspiracy theory, then you have not one single brain cell. Not one. If you don't believe in one, if you think our government tells us the truth about absolutely everything, you're fucking brain dead. And if you're brain dead, your soul's dead. You're never going to get that back. You can't change someone with such a fucked up programming like that, right? But I'm not sure. So either he was intentionally playing stupid and doesn't believe in any of it, which is really fucking stupid. How can you not believe in any of it? I would provide him with all this information too. Like, brother, open your fucking eyes. How can you be this fucking blind? How can you be this fucking stupid? You know, keep eating that poison. Keep eating the spoon-fed propaganda, idiot. But no, it's like, no, oh, then you're a Mason. And this dude even asked me, right? Even as I put him in his fucking place. And like, dude, just stay off my fucking shit. Just shut the fuck up. It's like you're negative Nancy, and you don't want to learn. I try to teach you, and you don't want to be taught, right? So you're fucking hopeless. You're lost. And I'm the shepherd trying to bring you back, but no, he's. I'm pretty sure it's a wolf. He was a wolf. But he knew more than he was leading on to, because I didn't really know about tarot at the time, and I would post something, and he would hop on there, oh, that's not what this means that, and blah blah, this means la vie. It's like, this means go fuck yourself, idiot, trying to deceive me. Deceivers everywhere. And then this other guy I had living with me, he brought a couple different Masons in there. One of them wants to sit down and talk to me, and I didn't realize at the time, but he's like, I don't know what he was trying to do psychologically. He was trying to like tell me that I didn't do what I did. And like the only ways to do this, you gotta hum this and this way and that way. And motherfucker, I don't know what you do. I don't know any what your boys clubs do or this and that. All I know is what I did. And I don't believe it. I know it. Because I fucking did it. And I didn't realize that, because I was still living in a joyful, blissful, like I'm manifesting. I'm living in I'm like, my magic was just flowing, and it was just I was living on cloud nine. I was so fucking happy. But I was surrounded by so many fucking snakes. You know, I could tell energetically some things that were happening, and I knew something was off, right? But I didn't know, you know what I mean? I never read any occult books or anything until these motherfuckers gave me some, which I bet they wish they didn't. Idiots. Trying to go, give me information, see what happens, and then what happened? Oh, I fucked up and elevated. Oh shit, didn't see that one coming, did you? You thought you could contain me? You thought no. Well, I don't know what the fuck their plans were. I don't know. All I know, it was off. So many Masons and shit just came into my life out of nowhere, and all these people, and it was just like, it was all at once. And I'm new to all this shit. I was brave, fresh new. I was fucking green. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know. No, nothing. I'm seeking spiritual guidance. I don't know what I did, but I'm trying to give people the breakdown. Hey, this is what I did. Here, these are the patterns I saw. But they didn't want any of that. You know, I'm trying to teach you, trying to show this dude how his diet's so fucked up. It's never going to happen with all your addictions. Your extra sugar this and extra sugar that and this and that and fuck this whore and fuck that whore and fuck this whore. Then you bring these whores to my fucking temple. My house. My temple. My healing place. Keep bringing whores there. Nah. And then wonder why I get mad. Why I get angry. Treating my temple like a whorehouse. I respect my shit. I respect my temple. I treat it as such. You want to come and disrespect my temple, my house. Because that was a healing center. That's what I called it too, the temple. But these are our temples. But he came and disrespected it. All of them. Yeah, I walked away from that house. Real easy. Real easy. What was I walking away from? Nothing I couldn't replace. Nothing I haven't replaced. Some people just don't want to form new patterns.
On the first day of school and graduation. Sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh, I am for real. Never meant to make your daughter cry. I apologize a trillion times. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh, I am for real. Never meant to make your daughter cry. I apologize a trillion times. Listen the way you treat me. She look at the way you treat me. Skillin' no dead homegirl, they got your ass enough to creep G. Without a paddle, you left the straddling right, they like on out. And then you girl ain't seen no more, cause my dick all ain't allowed. I'm talking about jealousy, infidelity, envy, cheating, beating, envy, and to the G, they be the same thing. And who you placing the blame on? You keep on singing that same song, like bygones be bygones, you can go and get the hell on you and your mom. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh, I am for real. Never meant to make your daughter cry. I apologize a trillion times. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh, I am for real. Never meant to make your daughter cry. I apologize a trillion times. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh, I am for real. Never meant to make your daughter cry. I apologize a trillion times. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson.
You know, the setup, the mind control. It's you have to be a commander of your mind, because if you don't free your mind, you can't free your soul. You can't. You can't. Impossible. You have to free your mind. But the bartender, they're triggered because they keep mixing shit up. They keep mixing up new lies. They keep mixing up new situations. And with all of our balls combined too, they're all doing it together, and they're all failing together. And but it's like no matter what, it's the healing. It's the mind on your money. It's the first eye on the Most High. It's staying focused. It's staying aligned. It's when you're staying aligned and focused on the Most High, you're calming the storms. And when you're calming the storm, you're listening to your spirit team who are guiding you. And when you listen to that, you're always going to stay 10 steps ahead of them. Doesn't mean the storm's not going to hit you, but it's not going to hit you to the extent, and you're not going to stay in there. You face the storm head on. You push the fucking... You don't run from the storm. You face the storm and you run to it. You get right through that motherfucker. You don't run from it. If you run from it, you stay in it longer. If you run from it, you stay in it longer. It's the longer we run from our purpose. Service industry worker. It's the service for the Most High. The longer we run away from our purpose, it's the more our soul is just... It gets louder and louder and louder, screaming, begging for us to do the work. Because it's not easy work, it's not fun work, but our soul knows, our higher self knows.
I can't take any more of this. I wanna come and dig myself a little hole inside your precious heart. 'Cause it's always raining in my head. Forget all the things I should have said. I'm nothing more than a little boy inside that cries out for attention. Yet I always try to hide. 'Cause I talk to you like children, though I don't know how I feel. But I know I'll do.
It's words. Words are deceiving. Words are hard. Words are new. We did, energy is old. Energy is, original. Energy is what we speak. Energy is the truth. Energy doesn't lie. Words lie. Our mind lies to us. The ways our mind lies to us, the ways that our mind lies to us, and we tell ourselves that things are impossible. It's a negative self-talk. It's limiting beliefs. What a difference is when you start speaking life in yourself instead of death. But that's the thing too, is, we speak life into others. Well, we speak life into ourselves, but we speak life into others. It's despite what we're going through. Most of our battles, no one knows about them, and they're not supposed to. But just because we're going through shit doesn't mean that we can't help someone else through their shit either. But it's a fine balance. It's, but we know when we're being led to do certain things. When we're in service for the Most High, it's sometimes we're being led to places to do things for us, to meet people, situations, whatever for us. But other times it's not for us. It's because we're down here in service for the Most High. We're the closest person to someone that needs help. The Most High's calling you. Are you going to answer? It's selfish to think that everything is for us, that everywhere we're led to go and do is for us. Sometimes it's for others. Sometimes they really fucking need it, and you're the only one in a position or close enough or whatever it may be. The Most High's calling you. Will you answer it? When we don't answer the calls, we could be blocking our blessing. But then again, what if we could have helped someone that really needed it, and we chose not to? We chose to lay around and do nothing. What if?
Is it a pretend or something? I'm in real, I don't know what to think. If it's all a dream, I don't wanna wake up.
Made up in my head of how you in my bedroom, Questions that I ask ever since I met you. Tell me, are you, something from a dream or something that I made up? Questions that I ask every time I wake up. Are you? I'm gonna set this place on fire, burn it down entirely. Say Babylon for your time has expired. Brimstone, thunder, and lightning. I'm gonna set this place on fire, burn it down entirely. Say Babylon for your time has expired. Brimstone, thunder, and lightning. Touch more shots than Nehemiah. Drop bombs, near palm, pity cards, steer arm. Babylon if you go stay from. So leak up, then drape on. Start of the church and assassination. Marksman, party flagging a female. Innocent bloodshed upon their shoulders. As the day goes, their heart grows colder. Undocumented what them do up in the folder. Judgment be a forward and the after. Flashing my locks, get on the rats. I gosh, you never catch. No me not have a deep Babylon cash. Get me full of gas and then pass on the mark. Snap on my fingers and gun in a flash. Anything but it clean and the trash. Just to dust and us to watch. I'm gonna set this place on fire, burn it down entirely. Say Babylon for your time has expired. Brimstone, thunder, and lightning. I'm gonna set this place on fire, burn it down entirely. Say Babylon for your time has expired. Brimstone, thunder, and lightning. So me, them already make them think about try again. Guess who? I again. Daniel out to the lion then. Come to on a fire pan vampire and the liar them. From who I send the others straight down to the fire them. So much trouble in the world, it's hard for people to smile again. And who can I it when it's hard to even find a friend. So much on the mind and there is no one to hire them. So much and to let them we get to you to hire them. Flashing me lots, get on the rats. Oh my gosh, you never catch. No me not have a deep Babylon cash. Get me full of gas and then puzzle the mark. Snap on my fingers and gun in a flash. Anything but it clean and the trash. Dust to dust and ash to wash. I'm gonna set this place on fire, burn it down entirely. Say Babylon for your time has expired. Brimstone, thunder, and lightning. I'm gonna set this place on fire, burn it down entirely. Say Babylon for your time has expired. Brimstone, thunder, and lightning. You see that fire when we blaze it. You see that fire when we blaze it. You see the fire when we blaze it. things of a generation. As we are step forward, we are step on Babylon. We're moving forward. I'm gonna set this place on fire, burn it down entirely. Say Babylon, for your time has expired. Brimstone, thunder, and lightning. I'm gonna set this place on fire, burn it down entirely. Say Babylon, for your time has expired. Brimstone, thunder, and lightning. Set this place on fire.
Let them know, little lion. This is a man that no love, no love in them heart. We see them gone, no love in this world. When they lose them soul under my control. We see them man that no love in them heart.
You know, no love in their hearts. No love in their hearts. You know, this whole secret society. You know what it's given? It's given a whole bunch of fucking pedos too, though. That secret society lines right up with hidden sexual preference and then rip dealer. You know, interesting thing about that too is it lines up with service industry worker and alien DNA. You know, these secret societies, they know who we are before we even come in here. It's a frequency thing. They fucking know. They, you know, the stars and charts. They know that shit. Come on. They know exactly when and who. And you think they don't follow us around and study us our whole fucking life? Of course they do. But not only that, a lot of times they try to stop you from ever standing in your power. They try to stop you from ever setting your soul free. They try to fuck you up so much early on so that you never heal from it all. The goal is to wound you enough that you can't heal. You know, but that's the mind control only works if you allow it to. If you submit to it. If you refuse to quit. If you don't refuse to quit. You know, but when you refuse to quit, when you refuse to submit, when you refuse to accept, you know, whatever situation we're in, like I can acknowledge that this is where I'm at, but I don't accept this is where I have to stay. Fuck that shit. I'm in control of my own life. You know, it's emotions. I'm in control of my emotions. I might not be happy with where I'm at, but in my mind, I'm going to put myself in a happy place. And what are you going to sit there depressed in your mind? That's not a good place to be stuck in. You know, but it's the mind control. But it's the way that we can choose to control our mind. It's not easy. It's trickery, right? You got to trick yourself. But a lot of times we're tricking ourselves without even knowing we're tricking ourselves. But we're tricking ourselves out of our blessings. I'd rather trick myself into my blessing than out of it. But it's reprogramming. It's changing it's getting rid of all the false programming. Force. I almost said force, but it's force. It's been forced upon us. You know, we're not responsible for what was forced, the beliefs that were forced upon us as children. But we damn sure are responsible for our beliefs as adults. We're responsible. You know, we're responsible to stay in false programming. We're responsible if we choose to stay in false programming. If we never question it. Does this serve me? Is this benefiting me? Does this help me? Where does this even come from? But where do those questions come from? Those questions come from seeking to know thyself. Ask and you shall find.
I'm a country boy from Tappahannock, is where I reside. So shoddy understanding. I know I can turn 18 and I get a little managed. And you see this bandana hanging, that means I'm like a bandit, like a bandit. I got paper girl, the Lamborghini with the spider seats. You never seen it, so get it shouty. We parking like dipping in my dome, and I know what you want.
straight hating. Straight hating. They're straight hating on you. They're hating on you because they can't harvest your energy anymore. They're hating on you because instead of giving your energy out freely, you're calling it back and you're using it for yourself. They're hating how you can, well, attracting the miracles is the way that you pull yourself out of the slums. It's the way that you, interesting. It's the way that you're able to pull yourself out of the mental slums that they pushed you into, that they forced you into. You didn't know you were forced into it. All you realized was, the fuck is this shit? I'm getting out of here. The fuck are those thoughts? The fuck is it, like, where does this come from? I don't, you know, it's interesting. It's we subscribe to certain things. And then, but there's also things called like permission passes, which I've talked about. And the permission passes are just our beliefs that allow us to achieve whatever it is we need to achieve. Like, it's like, you know, when Yeshua was healing people, he didn't do it. It was their belief that he did it. It's believing so strong that you shift yourself into that timeline dimension, like right then. Right then. That's the power of the mind, though. You have to believe it in that much. But it's possible. But not many of us have the strength to do it just like that, right? But it was their belief in him. It was their belief in what he could do. But it's also, the crazy part is how we believe other people are able to do so much more than we are. But we don't even look at ourselves and really analyze and categorize everything that we're able to do. Sometimes we don't even realize because we never even explore it. You know, we could be sleeping on some of our best gifts, some of our best skills, some things that we spent lifetimes honing and we're supposed to utilize at this one, but we're sleeping on it. We're not taking the inspired action. We're not taking what we're being led to do. You never know. You never know what you're missing out on. You never know. There's a lot we don't know. That's why we don't lead our own understanding. And that's why we fall through with what we're being led to do. Because you never fucking know what's going to happen. It's beautiful, but it's also scary at the same time.
Tell me what I need. Send me to the fire zone. Turn me to a fiend. Seduce me, technology. Take me till you know. They got me where they want me. Under their control. Analyze my tendencies. Tell me what you see.
They got me right where... Oh, shit. Got me right where they want me. Under my control. The mind control, but they thought that you were under their mind control. That falls right under server. Guess where that falls under too? The Most High. They're being served up to the Most High. Oof. It's given spiritual courts in session, and there's a whole long list of their wrongs.
White coats and antidotes destroy my point of view. Dispensing, ingesting all of the abuse. Confuse me, so I'll be front of what you fear. The mouth moves in circles when nobody's listening. And the don't lie, it's always on time. So gave me and take me, this body isn't mine. And the don't lie, always rely. Hate me and change me, but tell me that I'm fine. Keep me here for myself. Keeping me from everybody else. Keep me here for myself. Keeping me from everybody else. Keep me here for myself. Keeping me from everybody else. Keep me here for myself. Keeping me from everybody else.
The hell concern. Ooh, trying to keep me from myself. They were trying to keep you from tapping into your higher self, from tapping into, to the divine knowledge, tapping into the Most High. But respect your elder. It's given ascended master down here to teach divine lessons. It's a health concern. You're working hand in hand with the Most High. You're down here on missions for the Most High. It's a health concern to try to jeopardize that. Highly not recommended.
List goes on and on. It's 9 to 5 ain't work. Why the hell do I work so hard? Can't worry about my problems. I can't take them when I'm done. One, here comes the 2 to the 3 to the 4. Tell them bring another round, we need 30 more. Who's stepping on the table, she don't need a dance floor. Oh my, good lord. Someone pour me up a double shot of whiskey. Ain't no need to take down, got a history. There's a party downtown near 5th Street. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. I've been bougie since I left. I ain't changing for it.
I've been bougie since I left. You know what that it's given? Well, you know what it's given? It's given big spirit energy. And it's given, you know, you're seeing yourself for who you truly are. You're standing in your whole fucking power. And it's a big spirit energy that comes with your big mission. Which comes with big consequences for trying to stop it. All these mutual enemies that are trying to remain hidden. Trying to remain hidden from the karma. Trying to copy your divine essence. If only. If only. I'm gonna wrap that one up right there. How you guys doing? It's fucking hot in here with this light on. Yeah. I am excellent. You know what that's giving, man? It's, you know, they're getting drunk. It's, you know, it's not like people don't know. It's like when you have a certain light, it's not like people can't see it. You know, but trying to taint or do anything harmful or wrong to someone that's pure light. It's just someone that's, especially like innocent people, the kids, and just people that are innocent. You know, it's fucked up. But it makes, you know, they look at you as like an easy target. They look at you as an easy target. But, you know, it's not always a wolf that's hiding in sheep's clothing. You know, sometimes it's an earth angel waiting for the wolves. Waiting for the wolves. Peekaboo, here I am. You thought you were going to get a snack. Nope. Here's divine justice.
Better listen to me. He said, change your style, whiten your smile. You could lose a couple of pounds. If you want to live this life, you better lose that wife. Do you need your friend?
How you guys doing? 10 o'clock already? Jeez. It's been a long day. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap this one up here. But I'll probably do another live tomorrow. But thanks for tapping in. Thanks for all the likes, the shares, the comments, your gifts. And until next time.